Something feels off about Justin Bieber lately. And fans all over the world are starting to notice it. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. A missed appearance here, a quiet post there. Nothing too unusual for someone who has been in the spotlight for so long. But now, things are starting to feel different. The silence is louder. The energy has changed. And people are beginning to ask serious questions. For someone like Justin Bieber, being quiet is never just normal. This is someone who has lived most of his life in front of millions of people. Every move, every decision, every moment watched, analyzed, and talked about. So when he suddenly becomes less visible, less active, and less present, it doesn't go unnoticed. Fans who have followed him for years can sense when something shifts. And right now, something definitely feels different. At first, the signs were subtle. Easy to ignore. A cancelled appearance that didn't get much explanation. A social media post that felt shorter than usual. A moment where he just didn't seem like himself. Individually, none of these things seemed important. But when fans started putting them together, a pattern began to form. And that's when curiosity slowly turned into concern. Social media began to fill with quiet questions. People weren't jumping to conclusions, but they were noticing. Comments like, "Is he okay?" or "Something feels off" started appearing more and more. And the interesting part is, these weren't coming from random people. These were longtime fans. The ones who have followed his journey from the very beginning. The ones who can tell when something isn't quite right, and that's what makes this situation feel heavier. Because Justin Bieber isn't just another celebrity. He's someone whose life has been deeply connected to his audience. People have watched him grow up, evolve, struggle, and succeed. They've seen the highs and the lows. So when something changes, even slightly, it doesn't take long for people to feel it. It's also important to remember just how much pressure comes with that kind of life. From a young age, Justin was thrown into global fame. The expectations were massive. The spotlight was constant. And the room for mistakes? Almost non-existent. Every decision he made became a headline. Every moment became content. And over time, that kind of pressure can build in ways most people don't fully understand. There have been moments in the past where he stepped back. Times when he needed space. Times when he chose silence over noise. And each time, there was always a reason behind it. Sometimes it was personal. Sometimes it was emotional. And sometimes, it was simply the need to breathe in a world that never really slows down. But this time feels different to many people. Not louder. Not dramatic. Just different. More quiet than usual. More distant. And that kind of quiet can be unsettling, especially when it comes from someone who has always had such a strong presence. Fans have started looking deeper. Re-watching recent clips. Paying attention to small details. The way he speaks. The way he carries himself. The energy he gives off. And while nothing clearly confirms that something is wrong, there's a feeling that's hard to ignore. A sense that something might be happening behind the scenes that people don't fully see yet. And of course, whenever something like this happens, theories begin to grow. Some people believe he's simply taking time for himself. Focusing on his life away from the spotlight. And honestly, that wouldn't be surprising. After everything he's been through, taking a step back could be exactly what he needs, but others think there's more to it. They believe this silence might be leading up to something bigger. Something unexpected. Because if there's one thing history has shown, it's that Justin Bieber doesn't stay quiet forever. And when he returns, it's usually with something that gets everyone's attention. So now, people are watching more closely than ever. Waiting. Not just for an announcement, but for a sign. Something that explains the silence. Something that brings clarity to all the questions that are slowly building. Because right now, everything feels like it's in a strange in-between moment. Not enough information to understand what's happening. But just enough change to know that something isn't the same. And that's what keeps people hooked. That's what keeps the conversation going. The truth is, no one outside his inner circle really knows what's going on. And maybe that's the way it should be. Not everything needs to be public. Not every moment needs to be explained. But when someone has lived so much of their life in front of the world, it's natural for people to notice when things change, and maybe this isn't something to worry about at all. Maybe it's just a phase. A moment of quiet before something new begins. Or maybe it's something deeper that Justin himself is still figuring out. Either way, the silence has created a space where questions grow louder by the day, and the longer it continues, the more people start to wonder, so what's really going on here? Is Justin Bieber simply taking time away from the spotlight to focus on himself? Or is there something happening behind the scenes that fans haven't fully seen yet? Because one thing is certain. People are paying attention now, and whatever happens next, everyone will be watching, so tell me, what do you think is really going on?